Just going to take a breath. Just going to take a moment as we welcome Shabbat. It's a lot of rushing, even though we're not rushing to get into the valet and get into the building. It still feels like once we get close to services, I know for those of us who are running it, it's just a lot of rushing to get here. And now that we're here, it's great. It's great to be here. It's great to be with you, celebrating Shabbat in our community. Obviously, it's different, but we're still a community, and we're going to welcome Shabbat with Bim Bam starting, and it's going to be led by Yoni, Nate, Thea, and Laura.
Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam.
Shabbat Shalom, hey. Shabbat Shalom, hey. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, hey. Shabbat Shalom, hey. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam.
Rabbi,
You're muted, Rabbi.
Unmute yourself, Rabbi.
All right, that's better. Thanks. On Shabbos, we're told that we have special angels guiding us into Shabbat, welcoming us into Shabbat. And so we sing the Shalom Aleichem, and we say peace should be on you, your blessings as we enjoy. And when we finally take leave at the end, that Seichem, the Shalom, we should go in peace and freedom as well. So let's sing Shalom Aleichem all together.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Borechem Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu Ni L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Zechem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
All right. Shalom Aleichem. And this next song I'm going to introduce with lyrics to another song, So Close No Matter How Far, couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trust in who you are. And now we're going to hear the song called Everything Matters. And it's going to be sung by Nate and Yoni and Laura and Thea who's that? Is that Austin? Who's that on guitar? I can't see. Is that Austin? That's Austin on guitar and Julia on vocals as well. So take it away. Everything Matters.
what we do today, tomorrow remembers. The words we speak are staying like ink on a page. No story tried, no action invisible. Oh, what we do today will live forever. When we face sorrow, when we're in pain, when we face failure, when we're ashamed, help us find courage, compassion, and hope. Help us to remember.
With an open heart and mind, everything matters. No story commonplace, words live forever. Guidance and hope are the foundation. Oh, truth is the light of all creation. When we are strong and blessed with abundance, when we are healthy and free, help us to love and always remember grace and humility.
Open our eyes, lift up our eyes to see. Open our hearts to what came before. Never forget that we're free. When we face sorrow, when we're in pain, help us find courage and faith in your name. In every story, on every page, you are always there. Everything matters. Everything matters. Everything matters. Everything matters.
Are you getting any sound?
Wow. I'm just gonna let that sink in for a second. We're about to do tshuva. When I was 18 years old, I was in yeshiva in Israel, and I was having a conversation with my madrich, my dorm counselor, if you will, and we were talking about the correct path after yeshiva in Israel for a year, the derech to go on, the way to go, if you will. And the only acceptable answers for what to do after yeshiva in Israel, according to the yeshiva and my counselor at the time, were to go back to Israel for a second year or to go to yeshiva university. And the reason was because it was all about avoiding temptation. You know, it was all about living this life free from temptation as much as possible. And it never made sense to me. And I think that has to do with, I think that's a part of why Beit Tshuva resonates with me. Because faith isn't faith until it's tested. Up until then, it's just habit. And when someone does tshuva, when someone changes their ways, what they're left with, that metal that they're left with is stronger. That faith that they have is stronger. And that's what tshuva is. You know, we were very fond of the saying at Beit Tshuva that in the place where the Baal Tshuva, in the place where someone who does tshuva stands, even the most righteous couldn't exist. So I want to invite anybody who's got a tshuva or gratitude to raise your hand, not raise your hand like this because I won't see you, but to raise your hand in the ability to raise your hand as we have a couple, and I'll unmute you and we'll call on you. So we're going to go with Stacy C first. Stacy.
Hi, my name is Stacy. I wanted to
Hi,
give,
Stacy.
hi. I wanted to give some shuva and some gratitude. I wanted to first thank Russell for giving me an opportunity to be part of this cleaning crew. It's the first time I've actually like learned how to meditate, and cleaning is a huge form of meditation for me. It calms me down. It's something that I've learned here. It really has helped me like mentally, and I'm very grateful that he's given me the opportunity to do that. I wanted to thank Beishiva for giving me such a wonderful roommate that I'm learning how to bond with, and I think she's amazing, and I love her very much. Christy, and happy that you're my roommate. And one more thing, I want to thank Bill. He's really made a difference in my life here, and he's helped me so much these last couple of weeks, and I'm very grateful for that, and grateful for Beishiva for giving me another chance at life, saving my life once again. Thank you.
Unmute, Rabbi.
Molly, we're going to go to you next.
Okay. Hi, I'm Molly. I'm a grateful resident. I just wanted to give some gratitude to Beit Shuva because today was the first time I was able to go for one of the runs. I'm actually a co-facilitator. So I really wanted to express my gratitude to be a part of that. And I know it means a lot to all of the residents here, including myself. And I know how much Asia worked hard to get this to happen. So I'm extremely grateful. I'm happy to be co-facilitating it with her and Vinny. And I'm completely out of shape since the marathon, but it's been awesome. I feel great, and I just want to express my gratitude for that. So thank you.
Thank you, Molly. We're going to go to Thea next. Thea, go ahead.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I wanted to give gratitude to all the residents partaking in creating music for these services. It brings me a lot of joy, and I think it brings them joy, and I'm just super grateful for my job. And Beit Shuva really gave me a job that I'm passionate about, which I don't know that I've ever.
What's the meeting code? I don't know. I can use my phone. No, I need to do it on my own. What's the meeting code?
All right. Sorry about that. Go ahead, Thea.
I was just saying I'm super grateful for my job, and then I get to share my passion with others and watch their eyes light up when they share music with me.
It's amazing to see, and I'm so glad that you can all be in that office. And if Russell were there, he'd have
doing our best, Russell. We are.
Yeah, he'd have a measuring tape just to make sure you're all 6 feet from each other.
Yeah.
Thanks, Thea. We're going to go to Fanny next.
Yes, sir. Hi. Hi, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Hi, Kathy. I never really talk because I'm kind of shy, kind of reserved. But I really want to thank Beit Shuva to trust me enough so I could be a helper in the healing process for some of the residents. And so I want really to thank you. And I just want to let people, the resident know, or everyone, I'm doing a workshop, a free workshop, May 18. And if you are interested, you can contact me, 310-890-3176. So it's a free webinar. It's to show how to, I'm going to show a few tools.
Thank you, Fanny. Thank you. Janice, we're going to unmute you. Go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
First of all, I'm very grateful to the residents for following all the rules, because it's because of that Beit Shuva has been able to stay healthy, which is really incredible. So I'm very pleased and proud of that. I chair the board of Beit Shuva, and I talk to Sergio every day, sometimes more than once a day, and I want to give gratitude to him and his leadership through this very difficult time. And I think it's extraordinary that he stepped into a role as a relatively new executive director and has been able to manage our house in such an effective way. And at the same time, and I do this a lot, but I can't do it enough, I want to thank Russell, because I think Russell's dedication to his job, partnering with Sergio and partnering with all of the residents, and staff. That's why we're safe. You guys are a community. We're all a community, and working together, it really works. But it's really extraordinary to have almost 100 people more than 100 people between staff and residents, and nobody got sick during this really awful time. And I also just want to express my just sadness for the losses that we've had as a community. The 3 young people that died over the last month, and if other people have lost their lives or their health during this period of time, it's just adds awful to the awful, more awful to the awful. So
Amazing.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thanks, Janice. We'll go to Nate.
See, are we on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
It's actually Yoni here, grateful member of the community, and you guys have seen me on these Zoom services, which is actually rehashing something I started when I first came by Beit Shuva. When I first started at Beit Shuva, I was playing more music than I have in the last few years, but I actually have a tshuva that I want to make, that I celebrated a birthday about 5 weeks ago now, and I didn't get to really take a cake. So to me, I think without being honest about stuff like that, it doesn't help. And so I just want to say that it's a tshuva that I have, that to mention it to the community, that I celebrated 9 years just about a month ago, and that I'm doing strong. I'm going strong here, and I feel the support so much from the staff at Beit Shuva, the residents, some of which I don't know and some of which I know, and my roommate Nate, and housemate Nate, and my housemates in general, but and my mom, who's on the board of directors, and and I second everything that she usually says anyway. But let's just half gratitude and half tshuva.
Thank you, Yoni. We got 3 more. Daniel, go ahead quickly if you can.
Hey, good Shabbos, everyone. I just want to give gratitude to Beit Teshuva. I've been reconnecting with my family in a way I never had before, and I don't think that would be possible without Beit Teshuva. So I just want to say thank you so much.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. We're going to go to Lisa Harrison.
Hi, it's actually me, Russell, grateful member of the community. I just want to echo some of what you had said, Janice. Just for the record, we did raise our hand in the chat before you spoke, but it really, I am so grateful to everybody at Beit Shuva, the staff, the residents, because you're absolutely correct. It really takes everybody doing all these hard things that we're asking of them, right? We're really engaged in a social contract, and everybody is doing their part, and they're really instrumental in helping us get through these trying times. And we're going to be relying on everybody more and more as time goes on. And I know that we are up to the challenge. I know that we can do it. Janice, you have been more than amazing in your efforts, your tireless efforts in communicating with me and helping me get all the things that we need. And to all the members of the community that have donated supplies and materials and time and love, to everybody at Beit Shuva, I want to thank you. And I want to thank you, Rabbi Ben, for your leadership, your spiritual guidance throughout this journey that we're on, your leadership, and just the way that you come across and the message that you're bringing. It fills me with a sense of peace when everything about me and everything around me is in such turmoil. You help ground me so much, and I just love that we get to do this. I wish we were doing it in person, and I know with God's blessings, we will be able to do that soon. So thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. I love you all, and I can't wait until we can celebrate together again.
Thank you, Russell. Thank you very much. You know how much it means to me to hear that from you. We got one more. I'm going to unmute Leah. Go ahead.
Hi, good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
I just wanted to say how grateful I am to my mom, who is tuned in for this Shabbat, and how grateful I am to all of the mothers, particularly my roommate. Mother's Day is coming up, and I know that as a resident here at Beit Shuva, I wish that I could do more to show my gratitude to my mother. I haven't always been able to do that. And I love you so much, Mom. Thank you.
Thank you, Leah. We're going to transition from there into my drush. I'm probably not going to be as eloquent as the speakers we've just had. But Nate, it's Shabbos. Shabbos. So the courses can be open, they can be closed. It doesn't matter. It's Shabbos. Parsha is Emor, and it means God spoke. And God speaks a lot. If you read this part of the Torah, God talks a lot. And God gives all of these rules in this week's Parsha. There's such attention to detail of the priests and who they can marry and who they can't marry and all this stuff. And then there's a conversation in the Torah where God instructs the priests that anyone who wants to be a priest and give sacrifices has to be blemish-free. They can't have something called a mum, a blemish. They're not allowed to have a handicap of any kind. And if you think about it, it's a little interesting. It's a little strange because if you think about our forefathers, you know, Jacob had a limp, Isaac was blind, Moses had a stutter. You know, we're told that Moses had a stutter, that he was aral sfatayim. Some of you have heard me talk about Moshe and his stutter. I don't believe Moses had a stutter. I believe Moses had an uncircumcised mouth, meaning that there was something in his speech that blocked him from making a connection. The rabbis talk about the idea of aral, of a foreskin, of somebody who's uncircumcised, as a metaphor for a blockage between us and some spiritual connection. And Moses's blockage wasn't a stutter. It was the fact that he was unbelievably blunt. He wasn't exactly great at managing his temper. And so the way he spoke to people was sometimes off-putting, right? And this idea that you can't have a blemish, even though all of our ancestors had blemish, we don't understand it because we try to be as inclusive as possible. Many of us have been members of synagogues where we work on accessibilities for wheelchairs and allowing aliyot being called up to the Torah for people who are blind or deaf, and we make all these concessions, and that's important. And the reason that the priests and the sacrifices have to be blemish-free is because that's what both of them are the same category. The priests in the temple aren't seen they're not seen as human. They're seen as instruments. Because when a priest gives a sacrifice, it's not about the priest. It's about the person who's come to give the sacrifice. It's about the person who's come to give a guilt or a gratitude sacrifice. And the priest is merely the person who facilitates that. And that's very much role versus soul, right? That the priests and the sacrifices had to be blemish-free. And there's a great turn of phrase in the rabbis. They say this in the Midrash. They say, what blemishes God declared invalid for beast, all of the blemishes God declared invalid for beast were declared valid for human beings. We don't have to be blemish-free. We don't have to be perfect, right? We have to be good. We have to be kind and compassionate. We have to admit that we can do better. I've been talking this week, the theme of this week has been self-compassion. And a lot of people are afraid of self-compassion because they think it's the same as complacency, and it's not. Self-compassion is allowing us in the moment to be compassionate towards the imperfect, bumbling, sometimes foolish people we are. That's self-compassion. And that self-compassion allows us to be better people. We have blemishes. We do tshuva. We have to do tshuva. We are obligated. It's a mitzvah. It's a commandment. And it's a commandment because God knows we're going to screw up. It's inevitable. Right? Imagine being perfect. I know for some of you, that's easier than others. But if you were perfect, you'd be missing out on doing a mitzvah, and that's tshuva. So our blemishes become part of us. And they make us stronger. They make us better people. And so this week, whether you're feeling your blemishes or whether you're not, I want you to get in touch with them. I want you to try to think about what blemishes you have to work on, what imperfections you have to work on, and how to do that in a self-compassionate way. How to admit that we strive to be better every day, and yet be compassionate to the people we are now. That's the key of tshuva, is knowing we can be better tomorrow than we are today, and yet not destroying ourselves in the process of trying to improve ourselves. Shabbat Shalom. All right, Chaz and Nate. We're
yes,
doing
Rabbi.
Lichadodi.
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 We were
Let's
just
do it.
working out the final ones on this one. Here we
Oh,
go.
do you want me to vamp for a little while? Do you want me to
No,
talk
we're good.
longer?
We got this.
I'm sure
Don't worry.
Bob will love if I just talk and talk and talk.
I'm sure he loved that you didn't do that.
No.
I know. All right, go ahead.
Here we go.
Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבורך, השמיענו אליך מיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשמו תפארת ולתהילה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלחם, כי מקורך ברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה ומחשבה תהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי בעורק קומי אורי, 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 שדברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי בשלום עטרת כלה, גם בשמחה ובתולה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי כלה, בואי כלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
That's beautiful.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Great job, Chaz and Nate. Great job, Yoni. I've got a guest here who's going to help me do the Shema. Should we do a little meditation first? Yeah? Oh, wow. I did not expect that. Good. All right. So, close your eyes. Just keep your, back relaxed but straight. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And what I want you to picture, this is my daughter's favorite meditation. I want you to picture blowing out a candle when you breathe out. So you take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And you blow out that candle. And as you breathe in the sounds, the sights, the smells of Shabbat. And as you breathe out, exhale all the stress and busyness of the week. Shabbat is a time of luxury, not luxury in material things, but a luxury in spirit, a time for leisure and relaxation. So let's take another deep breath in through our nose, out through our mouth, and we'll cover our eyes, and we'll say the Shema. Here, turn, Shema Yisrael, turn that way. Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Good job. Good job. All right. Now we got to get Lisa's candles. Where's Lisa? Lisa, you got your candles there? All right, I'm going to spotlight you, sort of. And your candles are going to be, there we go. All right, so we're going to do one for ourselves, one for our families, and one for all the people in the world. La 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner v'tzivanu lehadlik ner v'tzivanu lehadlik ner Hell Shabbat. Thank you for helping me. All right. Now, Daniel and Thea are going to lead us in the Mishabara. Thank you very much, Lisa. All right, you're going? Okay, bye-bye. All right. That's about all the attention I got. All right. All the attention span. All right, go ahead, Lisa. Sorry. Go ahead, Daniel and Thea.
4, 5, 6.
Avotenu, Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Elna, Refanala, Elna, Refanala, Elna, Refanala, Elna, Refanala, Mishabera, Avotenu, Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Bilea, Rivare, Dirape,
That's beautiful. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Thea. Now we're going to sing us, or not we, I promise my singing is done, but we're going to hear a song, Give Me Love, right? This is George Harrison, right, right, Cantor Nate?
That's right.
All right, take it away.
Take it away, Laura.
Oh, Laura's.
Give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth, give me light, give me life, keep me free from birth, give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load, trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. Oh, my Lord, please take hold of my hand that I might understand you. Won't you please, oh, won't
Give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth. Give me light, give me life, keep me free from birth. Give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load. Trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. Oh, my Lord, please take hold of my hand so that I might understand you. Won't you please, oh, won't you?
Give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth, give me light, give me life, keep me free from birth, give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load, trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. Oh, my Lord, please take hold of my hand, that I might understand you. Won't you please, oh, won't you give me love, give me love, give me peace on earth, give me light, give me light, keep me free from birth, give me hope, help me cope with this heavy load, trying to touch and reach you with heart and soul. Oh, my Lord.
Nice job, everybody. That's beautiful. I wasn't familiar with that song. Couple of announcements. First off, I know that somebody mentioned, like last week, we had talked about doing a vintage T-shirt Shabbat. We're still going to do that. Yoni, I need your help because Nate says he has no vintage T-shirts. He just has Buffalo Bills. So
Yeah, that's basically right. Yeah.
all right. So Thea, before you go, Thea, great job. Beautiful. Is that Austin playing?
That was awesome playing. Yeah, I'm just going to grab Julia, trying to keep the limited amount of people in here.
I got Russell will be proud. So yeah, so we're winding down, but we'll be back next week, maybe with vintage tees, maybe with something else, maybe pajama Shabbat. We should do pajama Shabbat. Everybody's in their living rooms anyway. Just a couple of announcements. May 28th at 8 p.m. is our Shavuot learning. It runs through the morning. It starts at 8 p.m. and ends on Friday the 29th at 6 a.m. Sorry, it's not that long. 6 a.m. So 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. Thursday the 28th through Friday the 29th. We're going to have some great speakers. It's going to be a full lineup. Nate, you're going to teach, right? And we have a lot of music, a lot of teaching. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, Father Greg Boyle from Homeboy Industries will be joining us, so hopefully you all can make it. Stay tuned for Zoom info. And also, first of all, I think she's on the call somewhere, but Nancy Grant, who's our new Director of Development. Some of you know her, some of you don't, but she was in charge of our Giving Tuesday. Normally, Giving Tuesday is right after Thanksgiving, after you've already spent your money on Black Friday, but there's Giving Tuesday going on. It was this past Tuesday, May 5th. But please feel free to make a donation to Beit Tshuva. We can throw it up in the chat if somebody has access to the link. We'll throw it up in the chat. But obviously, go to beitshuva.org/donate. It's always a good way to donate to Beit Tshuva. You know what I should do? Dana, you know what I should do? I should just see who wants to sponsor Shabbos. I should just look at you guys all in your living rooms, just point at you and be like, all right, you're sponsoring Shabbos. And it's like the opposite of Oprah. You're sponsoring Shabbos and you're sponsoring Shabbos, but I won't do that. Nate, how you doing?
Doing great. I love this Shabbos experience with all of you.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. We're gonna close it out with Oseh Shalom, but before we do, we are gonna do Kaddish. We're in the year of mourning. We're commemorating the art sites for Ella Wieselman and Abraham Wieselman, Molly Cohen and Philip Ross, Morris Weissman, Jack Stephen Cravoy, Mike Miller, Jack Michigan, Mary Blixton, Elliot Axelband, Lily Black, Bia Julian, Moshe Blau, Max Sanders, Wilma Keller, and Ruth Bachner. If you have somebody for whom you are going to say Kaddish, please write it in the chat. We're still in our year of mourning for Ben Anderson, Joel Atkin, Sherry Fishman, David Foster, Mike Foster, Glenn Goss, Jordy Kosofsky, Eleanor Lubit, Clara Pinto, Faye Pollock, Mary Jo Poyer, Joan Praver, Patricia Reichman, Barry Rose, Daniel Rosen, Mordechai Sesportis, Zachary Schiffman, Sarah Schenner, Bernie Shapiro, Joe Stabler, Trevor Stefani, Steve M. Stewart, and also Noah Lehman. I saw the Lehmans on here earlier. Lori Scott, we're with you. I hope you're, I'm not gonna say I hope you're doing okay because I can't imagine you are, but I just want you to know that we're here for you. So as I said, you can put up in the chat for whom you're saying Kaddish. If you also want to answer Amen on the chat, you can do that as we say. If you want to rise, that would be great as we say the Kaddish together. Yizkada v'yizkada shemei Ravav ve'alma divrach Yerusei ve'amlich malchusei v'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beis Yisrael ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam ulmei olmaya yisbarach v'yishtabach v'yispar v'yisromam v'yisnasei v'yisadar v'yisalev v'yishalal shmei dekudesha b'richu le'ela min kol birchasa v'shirasa tushbechasa v'nechemasa da'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlama Rabba min Shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. All right, we are gonna.
What?
All right, there we go. You guys heard the whole thing though, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to finish with Oseh Shalom with Thea, Julia, Kyle, and Mike, all from live from our recording studio. Take it away, guys.
Wait, I'm not muted.
Yes, we're unmuted.
Shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, v'yakol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, v'yakol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom B'Romot. Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Yaseh Shalom. Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu. V'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom. Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu. V'al Kol Yisrael.
That shit took a hold of me. My eyes closed so I can't see. So tell me what you see is free. When my mind can't ever believe. When will this be over? Losing my composure. Wishing for the holster to end this everlasting roller coaster. Swallowing pills, wishing I was sober. When will this be over? Over. Screw that. I'm a man of integrity. A man to my enemies. No longer living jealously. Now be buried with a legacy. And the pens flush away codependency. So I can have a chance for my life expectancy. Judge me, go right about it. Nonsense, I don't allow it. Here I am, no doubt about it. When God see my image, there's no doubt about it.
Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol
Great job. Woo! I gotta say, there is nothing more gangsta, Kyle P, than finishing your rap and putting your mask on. That is just badass. That is hardcore, man. That is awesome. For everybody that, if you don't know, that was Kyle P's rap. The lyrics will be up when this is on YouTube. Great job, Kyle.
Thank you.
I gotta be honest, Thea and Julia, I could listen to you guys sing for like, I don't know, ever. And Chazanate, you know, we all love you too. You're pretty awesome. That was a great job, Kyle. Really, Yasher Koyach. Oh, Thea, you don't have to do it right this second. I can take a hint if you want me to stop talking. You don't have to change the screen.
Oh, now I gotta figure out how to undo it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you do.
Stop sharing screen. Up and top.
There you go. All right. Nate, you have any wishes for the week? Anything you want to share with everybody?
Yeah, I wish that everyone, you know, finds a connection that they haven't made throughout this quarantine time. Pick someone out that you haven't talked to that you would like to talk to and reach out to that person. It will mean a lot to them. And I'll take phone calls at any point in time. I'll answer my phone. So I'm missing all of you, and you know my number.
Yeah, and Jeremiah reminded me that was Michael C on the keyboard. Awesome job, Mike, Michael, Michael, whatever we call you. You know, it's so abrupt to just like leave meeting. Like, it's not like you kind of get to walk out and schmooze a little on your way out. It's like we're all together. Yes, happy Mother's Day. That is for sure. Yoni, do you want to say happy Mother's Day? I mean, or Leah or anybody
Happy
whose mom
Mother's
is actually.
Day.
Wow, how spontaneous and enthusiastic. That was great.
Just kidding. Actually, happy Mother's Day to all the moms, my mom included, to all the mothers on the board and in the community and all of that.
Thank you.
And the residents too.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
To all the mothers in the house who are missing their babies now, you know, we send love. I'm gonna keep this room open. So if you guys want to stay and hang out a little bit, feel free.
Thank you.
I just want to wish you a good Shabbos. May it be a happy, healthy, peaceful Shabbat for us, all our friends, and our loved ones. And let us say, Nate.
Amen.
Amen.
Good Shabbos,
Bye, everybody.
everybody.